Hello and a very, very good morning. My name's Sean Ryan. You are, of course, watching the Planet Cruise TV show, my favourite show to present of the week. And this week's been very special because we're celebrating our 400th show. Wow. We've got some amazing deals. We've got a live audience this morning that we're going to show and meet in a few moments' time. But a great friend of mine who's been a massive part of the show for the past several years is, of course, with me, Keith Maynard. Nice to see you, Keith.
Good to see you, Sean. I feel so posh. I mean, you know, we've got suits on, there's champagne.
I know. Cheers, mate, by the way.
That's nice,
it's a real thing, by the way.
It's really nice, isn't it?
That's good, isn't it?
Oh.
And can we say thank you to Karen that's made this amazing cake.
Incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, go on our
really
Facebook page if you want to see more.
Does it float?
Fantastic.
Does it float? That's the question.
I don't know.
It's a really light sponge cake.
Have you noticed Keith and I here at the front as well?
This is it. Me in the red pants, and you in the yellow.
There we are. And by the way, Keith, I noticed you'd swap the names around. I'm definitely the one in the red trunks. That is me. Yeah.
Oh, your name is. Oh,
yeah.
No. Oh,
that's
put
me.
It back. I don't like that because the one in the yellow's got a little belly. What do you mean? Yeah.
I think it's a very realistic cake, and if you want more details, check out our Facebook page.
Can my voice go much higher there? What do you mean, yeah? Sorry.
Now, Keith, we've had a lovely morning, haven't we? Because we've actually got several of our viewers with us today in our studio live.
Our competition winners?
Yes! Hi, guys, there they are. Hey, hello.
Look at that, fantastic. A live audience.
I know.
I feel like we've arrived. I feel like this is it. This is.
I feel we've got to be extra good.
Move over, Philip Schofield.
But it's lovely to have them. We've been chatting to them. We'll chat to them a little bit later on. But they're all great viewers of the show, and many of them have been on several cruises. And I want to say thank you also. Alwyn has made us this beautiful,
incredible, aren't they?
Incredible display.
And, like some of our favourite flowers, as you had mentioned, the birds of paradise, which are absolutely stunning.
So thank you to Alwyn. That's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah.
It really is.
Anyway. We've got a great show. Most importantly, we have got some fantastic deals that have just been put together for the show. And Keith, for viewers that have never seen us before, bit of background about yourself, because you've been in the cruise industry a long time.
I've been cruising for a long time. If you take that the right way, I've 12 years working on cruise ships as a cruise director. So in charge of all the entertainment, taking people around the world, helping them enjoy themselves, making people laugh and cry. And then also, since then, the last kind of 3 years working for Planet Cruise, being part of the show, and now booked my first ever cruise as a passenger.
As a passenger, rather than working.
But Planet Cruise, the largest independent cruise operator, Sean, 97% customer feedback rating, and we tailor-make cruising for you. And
we've got some really exciting cruises for our 400th programme. Go on, give us a few little highlights.
Well, what's amazing, there's a great deal on Norwegian Cruise Lines coming up, which is just over £500, and it's 10 nights, and it includes a chance to go to stay in Barcelona. We've got a great opportunity with Celebrity, which includes an F1 experience out in Melbourne, the Australian F1.
That's what I've got my own.
It's mind-blowing. And then a Viking river cruise, and the big thing at the moment with Viking is selling so well. It's so exciting, and it's going down the Douro River. So it's a really immersive chance to really enjoy and discover Portugal, the land of port and wine and
I've never done a river cruise, but it's on my wish list. And as Keith just mentioned, all the dates are sold out for 2015, so we've actually got dates for 2016 with Viking, but you're going to have to be really quick for that one. Now, a few reasons why you should book with Planet Cruise. Loads of reasons, actually. First of all, great first-hand knowledge, outstanding track record, as Keith mentioned, for customer service. We do it with all the major cruise lines as well, so we can find you ships worldwide to bring you the best variety as well. We can also tailor-make cruise holidays, so if you need to have different flights or hotel stays, we can sort those out. Unbiased service, so we will find you the cruise that's right for you, because we all like different things, of course. We are open 7 days a week, and the best price is guaranteed. And of course, every holiday and cruise is ATOL and APTA protected as well. Now, Keith and I, we are going to be with you live next week, next Sunday.
Yeah, we'd love you to come and join us. It's free to register. It's free to come along. Just get down to Southampton at the Ageas Bowl. Very beautiful, posh venue. The old cricket ground there. And we're going to be doing a Q&A, aren't we?
We are, live Q&A.
And there's Captain Greybeard there, who's very big on social media and does a lot of writing. He's going to be doing a few talks as well. It's a great opportunity to meet all the cruise lines and to get special deals on the day.
And to ask Keith anything you want as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no holds barred.
And with it being our 400th show week as well, we are running a competition right now to celebrate this. So everyone who books a cruise featured in today's show, I should say, will be entered into a prize draw to win either £400 or $400 onboard spend on their cruise as well. So again, all the details on our website. But we are going to start off with our first cruise, which I will let you know straight away. We have very little availability on the lead price of $449. You know, it's virtually sold out. So if you do want that lead price, which is for the 4th of July, so only a few weeks away, you definitely need to book, I would say, in the next few minutes for this one. The ID number is there, which is 80109. I can only just see that, Keith. But it's there. But this one we know will sell out at that lead price of $449, which is an amazing deal for July, of course. But let's talk about MSC.
Yeah, so MSC, the Mediterranean Shipping Company, funnily enough, Planet Cruise are the #1 travel agents in the UK for selling MSC, so it's a great place for you to book with us. And they are the largest family-owned private cruise line. And in fact, they've got the biggest shipbuilding programme in the industry at the moment for ocean-going cruise liners. The ships are very beautiful. Think about the sophistication and the class of Italy. Think about the Swarovski crystal staircases, beautiful opulent open decks, and again, stunning interiors where they use really quality materials like onyx and marble. It really is a very beautiful ship to walk around. It's a very international feel. As you walk around, you'll meet people from all over the world. And again, it is the Mediterranean Shipping Company. So it's a Mediterranean experience. The food has that kind of flavour. I'd recommend trying the daily risottos and pastas, and then wines from all over Italy for you to enjoy as well. But they also reflect in their cuisine where you're travelling. So as you go into different parts of Europe, different parts of the Mediterranean, they'll reflect that in the actual dining that you're having in the evening. The great thing about MSC, particularly if you have the family, is children under the age of 18 normally get to sail for free, which is incredible. Wow. Yeah. And this is the 12th ship in the fleet, and it's one of the Fantasia class. So it's absolutely beautiful. 9 different restaurants. And the first 2 Italy restaurants at sea. And Italy are very big in Italy, and we know Italy, of course, they love their food. And this is one of the biggest gourmet dining institutions in Italy. So again, you've got some amazingly talented chefs creating the food for you on board. For the entertainment, it's going to be kind of Cirque du Soleil style. Beautiful opportunity to enjoy these beautiful opulence with these huge staterooms, and again, lots of glass used in the building of MSC cruise liners. And
we are showing you a variety of staterooms here. We'll let you know that the balcony price, even for that lead date, is just $549 as well. So if you like a balcony, $549, which is incredible.
It's a really good price. I mean, this is unbelievable, actually, for considering where you're going and the quality of the itinerary. It's brilliant.
Well, it starts off with the flight, and by the way, your flights are going to be with British Airways as well. So you're going to have really, really great flights. Based on London Gatwick, of course, as well. Where are we flying to then, Keith?
OK, so flying over to Genoa, I do. And then you're going to kind of fly out. Oh, sorry, fly out of there. You're going to cruise out of Genoa. That'll be a good start. The market square of the Mediterranean, as it's known. If you get a chance, try some focaccia or pesto, because that's where it originates here in Genoa, birthplace of Christopher Columbus. Come out of there, and your first port of call is going to be Rome. Now, I'm going to talk about Rome later, so forgive me. I'm going to cover that in a later deal, but the Eternal City, go and say hello to the Pope. OK, then you're moving on to your next port of call. It's Sicily. Palermo is the actual port, and of course, this is right down just at the bottom of the hill. Again, Sicilians, very much like in Naples, the southern Italians believe there almost should be a separate country, and you get that feeling as you walk round. You can go and trace the footsteps of the Godfathers and the films that were made there with Al Pacino and Marlon Brando, and go to the wonderful villages and see where they were filmed, where Michael Cologni's wedding was filmed as well. You can also try the Sicilian olive oil ice cream, but I do recommend, if you get a chance, to go up to Taormina and see Mount Etna framed from the beautiful Greek theatre.
I'd love to do that.
It's a stunning thing to do, Sean. It will leave you, you know, lost for words. It really, really will. OK, we're then going on to, this is great, very rare opportunity, and a lot of cruise liners don't go here enough, I believe. This is Sardinia. This has the best beaches, in my belief, in the whole of the Mediterranean. And it's great. And again, it's a beautiful, beautiful island. You've got hundreds and hundreds of these bronze nuraghi, little kind of bronze, prehistoric kind of stones all over the island. Lots of flamingos, lots of cork forest for you to enjoy, and miles of gorgeous beach. Then we're going through to your next port of call, Palma de Mallorca. This has got one of the most graceful, one of the most stunning waterfronts that I've ever walked down. And you dock, and then you can walk all the way down, right the way to this stunning neoclassical cathedral at the end, which overlooks the harbour. There it is. Behind there, loads of cobbled streets, loads of chance to go and get stuck into maybe some gambas alioli, those beautiful prawns that are done in garlic and maybe a little bit of chilli. Go and get hot chocolate if you can and get what they call an esmeralda to dip into it. That's one of the local specialities, a bit like a croissant. And if you get a chance, go into the Tramantura Mountains. You're seeing them here. Beautiful mountains. Rick Stein did a great thing on wood-fired lamb up there and the caves of Drac. There's so much to do. OK, then we're going through to Valencia. Again, a port that's not often visited, and it should be visited more. This is where paella was invented. It's gorgeous, it's stunning, and if you get a chance, I had an ex-girlfriend from here, and she showed me some lovely paella, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a wonderful chance for you to sit down and really get stuck in.
Top tip for today's show, now you've got a steady girlfriend, don't keep mentioning the exes.
Okay, right, okay, sorry, yeah, point made. There's also a 13th century cathedral, note to self, where they believe the chalice used in Christ's Last Supper is held, and you get a chance to go to the City of Arts and Sciences even. You put me off, I'm blushing now, I'm worried. I might not make the next show at this rate. But it's a great city and lots of great beaches. In fact, probably the best beaches in Spain are on the coast around Valencia. Then we're going through to Marseille, France's second largest city after Paris, a magical harbour, one of the oldest of the great French cities. You've got Chateau d'Elf just offshore, where the Count of Monte Cristo was imprisoned, where they imported the first rhinoceros into the Mediterranean. And you can see it all there from this top bit here. That's the Notre Dame. That's the Notre Dame Basilica, it's called. You can get a little bus that goes up there, and it gives you best views over the whole of Marseille. Go and try some bolognese, fresh fish stew. It's gorgeous.
And then back to Genoa, of course, where you disembark and you're flown BA back home, of course, as well. Now, first, this is a really great start to the show. Mark my words, with it being our 400th show this week, we've got some exclusive and some outstanding deals. This is exclusive, the exclusive saves, I should say, to Planet Cruise there. Now, this just came in last minute, but we are going to include now a free beer drinks package when departing on any sailing from July to September. And that's beers from around the world, Keith, isn't it?
Beers, yeah, absolutely. So it's not limited to just what's on tap or the standard one. You can try Sol, you can try with different Italian craft beers. It's a really, really good package,
and you can get those just from bars and things.
Absolutely, bars around the ship, yeah.
And then also don't forget BA flights, and you're saving £250 off the brochure price. Now, we spoke to Joe from Planet Cruise earlier. That lead date at 449 is extremely limited. That's going to sell out any moment. Ocean View is there at 499, and the balcony is only 549 for July. But actually, Keith, just looking, even the August dates there, very good, aren't they?
Really good price, considering how good the weather will be at that time of year, and it's peak holiday season. Very good prices.
So dates there, September and October as well.
Balcony's only £50 more in August.
I know.
That's incredible, 699.
Well, do give us a call this morning. It is a free phone number, of course. But we need to move on, Keith. Yes, we've been told.
We've been told. We've been told off already.
We'll keep on time on this one. And we're going to move on to Costa Cruises next. And, oh, wow. This is one that you can't wait to talk about, isn't it?
Well, the itinerary is truly stunning, Sean. It really is. And when you think about how much you're getting to do here, for how much it's costing, it's mind-blowing. I don't quite know how they're actually making it work financially.
Well, it starts off with 2 nights in a 4-star hotel in Singapore.
Yeah, absolutely. Singapore, this multicultural melting pot, a great city to go and just try some of the street food. You've got the old Victorian buildings, Raffles Hotel, the long bar where you can get the original Singapore sling. You've got the modern side, including the Singapore Flyer, which is their version of a London Eye. You've got one of the world's largest walking bird aviaries that you're seeing here called Jurong Park. You've got loads of beautiful gardens. In fact, it's one of only 2 cities in the world that retains a patch of virgin Gorda rainforest in the city centre. And you've also got a chance to go to the Singapore Zoo and see the night safari. It's won best tour in Singapore for the last 9 years. 900 different nocturnal animals. And I've not even talked about the shopping. Or the Marina Bay Sands Hotel, which you're seeing next, which took 3 months to rise up, sits on top of those 3 skyscrapers. And from there you can look out over the whole of Singapore with a cocktail in this beach. Kind of artificial beach they've created. It's incredible.
And if you're thinking 2 days might not be enough, don't forget, you can always ask our cruise consultants. If you want a longer stay, anything like that, we can tailor-make this for you. But what a fantastic start. And then, of course, you're transferred from your hotel to the port and you embark the Costa Victoria for this amazing cruise. Let's just show you Costa, because they're part of a huge company, aren't they?
They are. They're part of Carnival Cruises. Of course, Carnival now have over 100 cruise ships all told with different brands that are affiliated with them. And Costa, again, their tagline is cruising Italian style. But you've got Joe Farkas, who designs a lot of the ships. And Joe Farkas is the main designer for Carnival. And therefore, the ships are, you know, kind of wonderful odes to different elements of Italy. You know, so you have different ships with different themes. This is an amazing opportunity for you to go on a ship which all the decor is very, very Italian in the sense of style. You've got a wonderful chance to go and try some of the food. They really do push, again, the Italian delicacies like the pizza, like the pasta, like the risotto. And with Costa, you get very interactive. It's quite fun. You'll often find quite a lot of stuff going out on deck. There's lots of deck space. They really do like the sunbathing, the Italians anyway. And you'll see quite a lot of chances to maybe join in some dance classes, a little bit of aerobics out on deck. And then just, you know, literally...
Not too sure about the dancing, Keith.
Honestly, I can see you doing a bit of Zumba. I can see you. And again,
considering it badly.
With them, the entertainment, again, is very, very good because you've got that Cirque du Soleil, magicians, wonderful opportunity to see some great spectacular shows.
Well, your first 2 days at sea, you know, people sometimes say to me, oh, do you ever get bored at those days at sea? Never. As Keith said, there's so much going on. You know, when you think of a hotel where you just sat and there's nothing happening.
Yeah, I mean, literally, there's so many different lounges.
Yeah.
You know, you can go to, there's always something going on in each lounge. Then there'll be places that are just quiet. You can lay and read your book. There's a salon on board where you can get treatments, you know, go to the gym like you and I do every day, Sean. Well, I do every day. You know,
do you know, I do go to the gyms on the cruise ships.
Just to look around when you do a tour on the first day, and then you never go back. Okay.
So you've had your first 2 days at sea, but we've got some fantastic ports next, haven't we?
We do, yeah, that's right. So some relaxing days at sea before we go to Bandar Seri Begawan. This is Brunei, the Kingdom of Brunei, tremendously clean, very rare opportunity to go and see this unique, very small kingdom full of very unique architecture. Then you're going through to Borneo. This is incredible, Kota Kinabalu. And this is a stunning opportunity for you to go and see the wonderful orangutan. So we've moved on from Brunei now, and we've gone on to Kota Kinabalu.
We're catching you up, Keith. Here we are.
There we go. There was me. That was me hanging out on one of my last holidays. And no, it's a chance to go and see these guys, these beautiful orangutans. And this is what Borneo's famous for. You get a chance to go and see them in different ways. The Lok Kawi Wildlife Park is one way. And you can also go through to one of the orphanages that they have there as well. But it's definitely a chance also to see pygmy elephants, which are pygmy. They're smaller, a smaller breed of the elephant. And this is the mountain, of course, a very holy place, Mount Kinabalu, which you'll get a chance maybe to climb up, look around the foothills, and just be lost for words. Okay, then we're going to go through to Puerto Princesa. It's 300 miles southwest of Manila. It's part of the Philippines. Again, think about a beach paradise and you've got it in one. Just look at those waters.
I was going to say, just looking at the colour there.
It's absolutely stunning.
Turquoise, isn't it?
And it has the best and the most beautiful subterranean river in the world, which you can cruise down. This is part of it here. You can cruise down the river. It's great as well if you're a diver like myself, if you want to scuba or you want to snorkel. The underwater richness of life in the Philippines is second to none. Okay, dolphin watching as well you can do here. I recommend that. Then we go through to Boracay, again in the Philippines. Incredible opportunity. This is the trophy beach of the whole of the Philippines, if you like.
So this is the one that does look nice, Keith.
It's been blowing Thailand out the water recently. It's the place where a lot of people are going to. It's the place to go. An intoxicating mix of sun, sand and non-sobriety, shall we say. And it's been happening since the 1970s. And again, it's just a chance to maybe get a fruit shake, relax, kick back on the beach, get a massage, try some beach volleyball, or try any water activity you can even think of. Then we go through to Manila, the capital of the Philippines. This is an incredible opportunity for you to see one of the greatest cities in Southeast Asia, built on the edge of this huge natural harbour, this natural bay. You've got remnants of the walled settlement founded by the Spanish in the 16th century. You've also got remnants of the American occupation with the jeepneys, these bright, colourful American jeeps that they've turned into a public transport system. And one of the funny things to do, if you can, is go and try a jumble jumble. And this is their local delicacy. And it's literally, it's like a drink come dessert with evaporated milk, sweetened beans and candied fruit. You've got to try it, honestly.
It sounds hideous,
No, honestly, if you've got a sweet tooth, it's brilliant.
Nice,
forget NutriBullet, try this. Yeah, okay, and then of course there's Imelda Marcus's Shoe Museum as well. That's a big recommendation. Relaxing day at sea before to Hong Kong. I mean, you can literally transfer from the port to the hotel for 2 nights stop in Hong Kong. Literally translated means fragrant harbour. It's an incredible city. There's a free light show every night at 8 o'clock. If you can, head out on a harbour cruise right into the centre and see it happening around you. Maybe head up onto Victoria Peak, take the funicular up there for great views over the whole of the city. Different markets, the night market, the ladies market. It's great for shopping. And as I always say, you can eat out 3 times a day in Hong Kong for 12 years and never eat at the same place twice.
That is
quite an incredible place.
That's an amazing statistic, isn't it?
It is. I've tried them all.
Well, let's just remind you are going to be aboard this stunning ship from Costa, of course, as well. Need to also point out you only need to pay a deposit today as well to secure your place in this. We think this is one of the best we've seen, isn't it?
It is. When you think about it, I mean,
it's a lot down.
Was it under £97 per person per night? It's really incredible. When you think about the flights involved, the places you're going to, and a chance to explore these far-flung destinations, and just to see the orangutans, I'd pay that to go and cuddle an orangutan. I recommend cuddling orangutans. I should say that. Now, look at them from afar.
You've also got your 2-night stays in 4-star hotels in both Singapore and Hong Kong as well. And don't forget, just a free phone number this morning. Give us a call on 0800 781 5458. The ID number there is 102 356. Just jotting that down just makes it easy when you call in or when you go online just to find out more information about that cruise. Wow. Now, I tell you, we've got something for everyone this morning, though, because we're going to move on now to Norwegian Cruise Lines, a company that I've cruised with 3 times, actually, and really quite relaxed.
Very fun, very laid back. There's no need to dress up with them. You know, really nice. And it's all freestyle, what they call freestyle. You make your own rules when you're there.
Yeah, so no set dining times, anything like that.
Exactly.
And I'm going to point out straight away, we've got a great single price on this, $749 as well. So for any of our single ladies and gents, the single price on this one is just $749. And the balconies are really good at $699 as well, if you like a balcony. Talking of which, if you go for the balcony, Keith and I are obviously teetotal now, aren't we, Keith?
Absolutely.
But if you go for the balcony, you get an all-inclusive drinks package as well. So paying that little bit extra for balcony, you'll get that all-inclusive drinks package as well. So this is a really good one. Anyway, it starts off with a flight over to Barcelona. And we've got 3 nights there, Keith, haven't we?
We do, which is incredible because it's a city that you need time to explore. I mean, most people, when they go to Barcelona, rightly so, wander down Las Ramblas. They see the street performers, they see the artists, the kind of cafe culture, you're seeing it here, and they wander the length of it. And that in itself can take you half an afternoon. I would recommend doing that, and when you get to the top, go to the 900-year-old market there and go and see how the locals dine and try some of the beautiful choritos and tapas.
Do you find that the tours are really good as well? Just the
Absolutely, yeah, there are loads of incredible tours that you can do. I mean, one of the great things as well was, remember, with Barcelona, it's got the best urban beaches in the world, according to National Geographic.
Yeah, you sometimes forget that, don't you?
Yeah, Barceloneta Beach, which is literally right by, just along from the port, really accessible. But there's so much to do there. There's the Nou Camp football stadium, there's all Gaudi's work to go and see. It's incredible.
So you've got 3 nights there in a 4-star hotel, don't forget, and then you're transferred from the hotel to port, and you've got an amazing 7-night cruise. Now, although I've cruised with Norwegian Cruise Lines several times, I've never been on board the Epic, and this ship is talked about so much in the cruise industry.
It's very, very unique, and it's a really fun, interactive. It's one of the first ships that was built, in a sense, as a destination in itself. In modern terms, and there's literally so much to do on board. It's really fun, it's really gimmicky. There's 23 dining choices on board. 23? 23, Sean. It's quite incredible. And it featured the first ever ice bar at sea, and we're talking about a full ice bar. You can go 10-pin bowling, you can go rock climbing. You saw the big kind of theatre out there at the back. The Cirque du Soleil Dreams and Dinner, whereas as you're eating, they come down and they perform around you, a Cirque du Soleil show. That's the Manhattan Room, where they have a great full-on dance shows for you with professional ballroom dancers. That's the ice bar that you're seeing there. You've got translucent bathrooms in the cabins, which I find really, really fun.
It does look amazing. It's a ship I've always wanted to be on board.
It is a really good, fun ship, and it was still only launched in 2010, so it's got a real kind of, it's still a very modern, very fresh ship. And again, with Norwegian, loads of chance for you to go and just kick back, find a sun lounger, and soak up the sun as well. Read a book.
So many of my friends that haven't been on a cruise often worry about, say, the formality and things like that, and it just isn't like that.
It's not, because people have this incorrect impression of cruising. They think it's back in a golden age where everyone wore a dicky bow, and said, hello, how are you? And walked around and crossed the Atlantic, and that's all we ever did. And it's changed so much. Cruising can be whatever you want it to be.
And it is incredible value as well. Anyway, let's show you where you're going to be cruising to. So we've had our 3 days in Barcelona, of course. We've embarked the Norwegian Epic. First days at sea, then we're making our way to, is it Naples, first of all, Keith?
Yes, that's right. The most red-blooded city in the whole of Italy, one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world. And of course, your gateway to places like Pompeii, Herculaneum, the beautiful jet-set island of Capri, to explore the Amalfi Coast, Postiano, Sorrento. They're all on your front doorstep. It's an amazing place. It's the birthplace of pizza. I always say this, please, 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 don't go to Naples without trying some local pizza. It's stunning. And if you can, try some local coffee. And it's also a great place to shop. And if you do nothing else, once you've got over over the road, and you'll know if you've been to Naples what I mean by that, because getting over the road could be quite an
It's a busy road, that first one,
It's a busy road. But once you've got over there, go and explore the city. You can get really good shopping bargains right in the centre of the city, and it's dripping with this beautiful architecture. It's gorgeous. Okay, then we're going through to your next port called Rome. Now, we talked about this, I didn't talk about it, we just said we were going there on an earlier deal, but this is the Eternal City, an incredible place which conjures up so many different images. You've got the wonderful fountains that you can go and see. You're seeing Trevi there. You've got a chance, of course, to stroll through the Roman Forum, and basically in the footsteps of Julius Caesar. There's the Colosseum where the gladiators used to fight to the death.
And even though I've seen that in the films and things like that, it's huge, isn't it?
It's absolutely massive. It leaves you lost for words.
It does.
And I love the fact you can still get a photo of a gladiator outside. I'm not sure they're officially gladiators. I think there might be men dressed up. But anyway, I went with it. The great thing is that you can also climb the Spanish Steps, one of the best views over the whole of the city, and of course the Vatican City. Go and say hello to His Holiness. Go and see the Sistine Chapel. Wander around what is in a sense its own country. The Vatican City, its own little mini country. It's quite incredible. So it's an amazing city. And then we're going through to, well, another big hitter really in Italy. You're docking in Livorno. And really, Livorno is a canal-filled city. It's beautiful in itself. Many people don't explore it. Got a great market there. I've got some lovely shoes. However, it's your chance to go through to Florence and also to Pisa. Florence, of course, is open, living, a Renaissance museum full of so many beautiful things, including the Duomo that you're seeing there, that huge dome. And if you climb that and you look out, again, an incredible view over the whole of Florence. There's the Ponte Vecchio Bridge with all the jewellery sellers. My sister lived there a few years back with her husband, and I got to spend a good month walking around. And it's just an incredible place. It really is. And then you've got Pisa. Of course, Pisa, you can have the photo pretending to hold up the tower.
I mean, I did that. I just thought I had to.
Oh, everyone does. Absolutely, of course you do. Of course you do. It's incredible. But the whole of Pisa itself, there's other buildings as well, other than the Leaning Tower, that are worth looking at.
And I know when I was out, I booked an excursion with Planet Cruise, and we went to Pisa, then we went to Lucca afterwards.
Lucca, gorgeous little town out there, because you've got all the Tuscan towns that you can explore. That you'll drive through some of them en route, but you can explore those in more detail. And then finally, we're going from Italy over to France to Cannes. Home of the Legendary Film Festival, and of course this great haunt of the glitterati, where you can wander down the English promenade as it's known. You can see the kind of yachts and see how the millionaires live in the harbour. You can explore the local countryside and go shopping and see how the other half live. It's sometimes referred to as the catwalk by the sea. This lovely.
It is great just to people watch there, isn't it?
It's great, honestly. You see people from all over the world.
You really do.
And you really do see some quite interesting things. Yeah, so definitely Cannes, great place to go.
And there is Palma Day 10.
Already covered Palma, already talked about it. So then we go back to Barcelona, and before you have to, sadly, fly home before you book your next cruise.
Which you definitely will after that one, I'll tell you. Now, just a final reminder, this is, of course, the Norwegian Epic, stunning ship. I think this is a really, really outstanding price this morning. So, as I mentioned, if you go for balcony, and the balcony is only $699, you will get a free all-inclusive drinks package. That will include things like some of your named spirits and your wines and beers, of course, as well. Great single price. Sometimes I'll take my mum away with me, and single prices can be a little bit high sometimes. This is brilliant. It's just $749, but that one will go very, very quickly. All of your return flights, they're based on London Gatwick, but as ever, we can provide flights from most UK airports as well. So just call, and we'll give you details of those as well. Now, if you have just joined us, it's a really exciting morning, actually, because we're celebrating our 400th show with Planet Cruise, which is amazing. And we are the biggest live cruise show on the TV. And we actually had a competition a few weeks ago, and the winners of that have been invited to join us right now in the studio. They're also going to be with us for a big buffet later. It's going to be a massive buffet. But Keith's over there. It's going to be a big buffet, isn't it?
It is going to be a big buffet, but I bet you were about to say that I'd organised it, and that's why it was going to be a big buffet, Sean. That was what you were going to say, wasn't it?
I was alluding to that, Keith, yeah. But isn't it great? We've been chatting to some of our viewers earlier. It's been fab, hasn't it, Keith?
It has, and I've got Mike here with me now. Now, Mike, congratulations, first of all, on winning the competition.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Thank you very much indeed.
It's lovely to have you. Are you enjoying the show so far?
Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah. We do watch you a lot, you know.
I'm going to blush. Now, you're also an avid cruiser.
Well, we do like cruising, there's no doubt about it. Yeah, yeah, it's fabulous. It really is. Anybody that hasn't done it, you've got to do it. You've just got to do it.
And I believe you're a Royal Caribbean and MSC fan, is that right?
MSC Preziosa, love that ship. It is just something else. The wow factor, oh, wow, it's just unbelievable. And Royal Caribbean, yeah, just brilliant, just brilliant.
And that was that's the first, because we've got the Preziosa on today.
That's right.
So you can say first-hand, good ship, go on it.
Just fantastic, yeah, it's brilliant.
Mike, thank you very much indeed. Right, I'm going to move around to Alan over here in the middle. And I joked with Alan earlier and I said I was going to ask him about the Plimsoll line, but I'm not really Alan. I'm only joking. Okay. Now, Alan, I believe that you've done lots of things. Cunard as well, have you been with?
P&O and Cunard are probably our favourites. We like to dance, so they're beautiful dance floors.
They do, particularly Queen Mary too. It's got the biggest ballroom at sea.
We got our 45th wedding anniversary coming up, and that's what we're celebrating it next month. Yeah, so.
That will be absolutely fantastic. I'm sure the social host or hostess will really look after you. They still have fantastic live music and big balls going on all the time on that beautiful ship. Yeah. Okay, so what's the favourite thing apart from dancing? What's your favourite thing about cruising?
Eating.
Eating. Well, you'll be spoiled on Queen Mary too. White Star service. Alan, thank you very much indeed. It's great. Rosemary's here. Looking very floral, Rosemary. I love this. This is brilliant. Now, Rosemary, somebody tells me that you're not a big fan of flying, which is why cruising out of Southampton is really useful for you.
Yes, we've always been out of Southampton. Our first cruise was on the QE2.
The QE2?
Yeah.
Oh, my word, we're turning back the time here.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That
okay.
sold Cunard to us. We've since been with P&O, which we've enjoyed. And then in November, we went to America on Quantum of the Seas on its maiden voyage, Royal Caribbean, and came back on Queen Mary.
Wow, what a trip! What?
It went Amtrak in between.
And you had Amtrak in between.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting green with jealousy here. That's incredible. Okay, what was your highlight of that whole holiday then?
I think it was Chicago. Was it we went to? Yeah. Yeah, Chicago, and it snowed. And it was.
Hang on, your highlight was snow in Chicago.
In the snow, yeah, it was lovely, yeah.
Fantastic, I love it. Brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. And then I'm just here to Olwyn. Olwyn, lovely to see. That's a good Welsh name, Olwyn, I think, isn't it? Yeah. Are you from Wales originally?
My father was.
Your father was. Fantastic. Well, cruising.
Yes.
Who got you into cruising? Was it with your dad originally, or have you been more independent with your cruising?
No, it was my brother. He had been cruising quite a bit, and I always thought, I want to go. But my husband initially didn't want to go, but we talked him into it. And, we went in 2012 over to the Caribbean and just loved it. And we went in 2013 and 2014, not to the Caribbean, but cruising. And we're going to go this year.
And you book a lot with Planet Cruise, don't you?
We don't book, no, we are going to book with Planet Cruise this year. But a gentleman who I know said, watch this television programme. So it's all about cruises, if you like cruises. So we've been watching it, and so we are fairly new to it, really. But we,
You absolutely love it. And what was your favourite port in the Caribbean?
I actually liked St. Vincent.
St. Vincent?
Yeah,
okay, lovely. In the Grenadines?
Yes, yeah, it was. We went down to see where the Pirates of the Caribbean was filmed.
Oh, gorgeous. Was Johnny there at the time?
No, but there was pictures of him.
That's enough. Thank you very much, Olwyn. Brilliant. And finally, Judy, I'm rushing down. Oh, I'm almost getting a sweat on here. Judy, you're here with your sister Diane, aren't you?
Yes.
Are you enjoying yourself so far?
Absolutely. It's wonderful. Having a lovely day and talking about cruising. What else do you want?
Exactly. Now, I believe that you and your sister are very loyal fans of Princess Cruises.
Yes. Our first cruise was with Princess, and we loved it so much. Why change?
Fantastic. Now, and have you always booked with Planet as well?
No. I've usually done everything online with Princess Direct, but I watched the show and thought I'll try and see what Planet Cruise can do. And I was so thrilled with the can-do attitude. I knew exactly which stateroom we wanted, which flights we wanted, which hotel. Everything was fixed. And a good price.
And a good price.
Yes.
So you're a convert, are you?
Absolutely.
Fantastic, Judy. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you to all of you for chatting to us. We really appreciate it. We really do. Enjoy the rest of the show. Over to you,
Yay.
Sean.
Oh, yeah, thank you, because I know a lot of the ladies and gents have travelled a long way to join us. But it's been great to meet them. We're going to be chatting afterwards as well. Now, Keith, how are you going to get back in?
I'm just going to...
Come on, kid, just dive in. Don't be shy. There you go.
Okay. Oh,
That was really nice, wasn't it?
it was lovely.
Yeah.
It was really, really lovely people. Really lovely.
Now, many of the ladies and gents there have been on several cruises. I've been very lucky to be. I think I'm on my 21st cruise in a few weeks.
21st. And you started, what, in 1952?
I did, yeah.
You've done quite well.
1952, I've done very well.
When you were 50.
Behave. But something I haven't experienced is a river cruise, and that's now on my wish list. And we've recently been working with Viking Cruises, haven't we?
We have, yeah, who have won, of course, Best River Cruise Line for the 5th year in a row. They're stunning, and they're building ships all the time because they're so popular. They're literally selling out.
Well, yeah, in fact, we've got dates for 2016 this show because all the 2015 ones have sold out on this particular cruise.
Look at this.
I never imagined that the ships would be so...
Yeah,
opulent,
they specially design a lot of their ships for certain rivers. So this particular cruise ship just sails down the Douro, and it's been built particularly for that. But they have a general design. They kind of sit low in the water. They've got floor-to-ceiling windows, and that's whether you're in the bar, whether you're in the restaurant, whether you're in one of your staterooms on board. And this is an opportunity for you to have first-class service. It really is an incredible experience. You get looked after very well, whether it comes down to the bartender preparing your drink just how you like it at the right moment, maybe gentle guidance from one of the local artists that they get on board to perform and entertain you, or down to the fact that the programme director who runs the entertainment on board will remember you by name along with all the crew and will really, really give you personal attention. There's only about 250 people on the ship, so again you get a much more of a close feeling when you're cruising.
And I never realised, Keith, so much is included. You know, all of your drinks with your meals.
Yeah, free Wi-Fi over the ship
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, your wine and your beer with the meals, and also your coffees and complimentary coffees, and then all the tours, which is the incredible thing. And as we go through this now, you're going to see there are so many amazing tours included, and you're going to get so deep into Portugal and right down the river that in a sense it's so immersive. You really will feel like you're travelling in somewhere and you're being one of the first people to discover this area. You won't feel so much like a tourist with hundreds and hundreds of people getting off. You'll feel very, very... it's a much more personal experience.
I think I'm really tempted. By the way, today we have got a saving of £1,000 off the brochure price. And what I'm really interested in, we have dates for the 23rd of December, so you could actually be away at Christmas time for the same price as our October dates as well.
We should say as well, the food is amazing on board Viking ships, and again, their menus reflect where you're sailing.
Oh, really?
And there are special dinners. So when you come out, if there's a special speciality in a certain city that you go to, then you'll get that speciality served that evening in the restaurant as you sail away. It's really incredible. And of course, on a river cruise, there's always something to see. You're not at sea, where it's just water, which in alone is beautiful. There's rolling hills, castles, people's backyards, sheep, cows.
Well, let's give you a taste of what you're going to see on this one.
Yeah.
Some beautiful places.
It is absolutely incredible. So this is a chance for you to go, starting in Lisbon. You've got 2 nights in a first-class hotel in Lisbon. You're seeing there the Bellum Tower, 15th century fortification, and the amazing bridge there. And then, of course, you're going to visit 5 UNESCO World Heritage Sites on this particular cruise, including the 11th century Apollodora Monastery. You're going to get a folk concert there. You can have a tour to Villa Real and see the stunning Baroque Mateus Palace, which features on the Mateus wine bottles, Mateus Rosé. A full-day excursion to Salamanca is included as well. You're seeing some of the imagery that you're going to get a chance to have. You're going to go for lunch in a local restaurant at Salamanca and get a flamenco show, and visit a museum and have wine and bread and see this rustic centuries-old winery called Quinta del Afasada in the heart of a Douro wine district. Forgive my pronunciation if there's any Portuguese people watching.
I thought it sounded quite good.
I do my best. I just give it that kind of ha-va-va-va. But it's an amazing place to go and an amazing itinerary. And the great thing here is you are going so far down the river and it's so relaxing that you literally everything, the stresses of the world, the stresses of life fall away and you literally just enjoying the next thing that's given to you.
I'm really tempted. So we've sold out of all the 2015 dates on this one, so we are into 2016. And with it being limited availability, just say a couple of hundred or so passengers per trip, I would definitely give us a call sooner rather than later, and a deposit only this morning as well. Anyway then, Keith, I'm down to see where we're going.
Yeah, OK, so you're starting with that 2-night stay in a first-class hotel in Lisbon. I always talk about Lisbon, the city of hills, of those gorgeous yellow trams, and also those gorgeous yellow tarts. And there's lots of yellow in Lisbon. It is very hilly, so do use the trams. Tram 28 is incredible because it takes you down the valley, up the Baixada. But the thing about this as well is that on the second day, we're also including a half-day tour of Lisbon and a walking tour of the Alfama district, which is one of the oldest districts of Lisbon. So you're getting that included as well as your own chance to explore independently.
And you are, by the way, in a first-class hotel for 2 nights here.
That's right, yeah. And if you get a chance, head down to the wonderful Monument to the Discoverers and the Belém Tower, which you saw right along the Tagus River, and you'll see there the birthplace or one of the resting places of some of the greatest of the navigators, such as Vasco da Gama. Okay, then after you've done that, we're then going to take you. This is where it really gets interesting now. You're going to actually head off, you have breakfast in your hotel, check out, and then you're going to head to the ship, but en route you're going to stop off in Coimbra. This is the birthplace of 6 Portuguese kings. It's home to one of Europe's oldest universities, and this is where you'll stop for lunch. Again, all included. And then you're going to head to Porto to pick up the ship. You'll get a dinner on board, the welcome cocktail, and then you're going to head, then literally overnight there, before the next day, you get to explore the city of Porto. And there's a tour included here. The whole city centre is an UNESCO World Heritage Site, and you go graceful bridges, baroque cathedrals, great 16th century romantic buildings huddled together on these narrow cobbled streets, and you're going to get a chance to do the tour around that city. It's included. And in the afternoon you can explore Porto on your own, and then you literally go back to the ship, and you head down a bit further down the river and then disembark to head to the Apeldoruda Monastery. And it's there that you're going to have a leisurely dinner and see some traditional fado, folk music of Portugal. It's beautiful, mournful sounds. So that's where you, and again, all that's included, Sean. What a day that is. Then, the next morning, you're going to be sailing along the Douro, and you're going to arrive later in the morning in Rigua. And this is great. After lunch, you disembark for a tour of Villarreal. And then this is where you'll see the Mateus Palace that you're seeing here. That's the palace that's featured on the Mateus bottles, the wine bottles.
Yeah, the well.
Bit of bottle of Mateus Rosé, Rodney. It's a stunning baroque palace that you can go and enjoy. You'll get a chance to walk around there. And then you'll visit the Quinta de Sexo, iconic port and winemaking institution. You get to tour the vineyard, tour the facility, have a bit of a cheeky taster, before you then head back and rejoin your ship in Pinhao. You've seen pictures of it here. Look at that. Look at that. It's absolutely mind-blowing. That's where you're going to rejoin the ship for some dinner in the evening. Sailing through this all the time with those floor-to-ceiling windows, with those drinks flowing, all included. OK, then the next morning, sailing east along the Douro, you're going to see some dramatic sheer rock formations and picturesque terrace vineyards and graceful bridges before you go through a series of dams, the Valeria Dam and the Pico Dam. You're seeing them both there, and then you're going to arrive in Barça de Alva, not far from the Spanish border during lunchtime, and it's here that you get and have a half-day tour to Figueroa de Castelo Rodrigo. Whew. I'll try that again.
Very good, Keith.
It's 2,200 feet above sea level, surrounded by almond trees. It's one of Portugal's 12 historic parishes, 16th century facades for you to enjoy. It's beautiful. Old Jewish community. You can trace back their history here as well. OK, then we're going through to your next day to a full-day excursion in Salamanca. So you've got back on the ship, you sailed along, you've got a full-day excursion in Salamanca. This is, again, is an ancient UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's a living museum, taking you back to the Middle Ages. It's absolutely stunning. You can take a ride through the Iberian countryside, around it as well, and then you're going to have lunch served at a local restaurant, and that's where you'll see a flamenco show. So these chaps and these ladies will be performing for you with the old castanets. I do a bit of flamenco on the side, Sean. I'll show you later. And then you'll be sailing west along the Douro, past some great vineyards. You'll catch maybe glimpses of the vintners actually tending their vines before you then go and have a wonderful opportunity to then go to your next day. Now, your next day is a chance to enjoy the village of Favios. And what you're going to see here on the map, some of these places are so rare we can't even get imagery for them. So we haven't even got photos to show you here, so it's just literally on the map. But your next port of call is that's where you actually stop off and go to Favios. Again, you're exploring some of the rustic, centuries-old wineries in the heart of the Douro White District. Try some ports, try some muscatel. Remain docked there overnight. And then the next day you arrive in Rigua. And you do a visit to Lamengo. You see a great sanctuary taken back to the 14th century, still used as a pilgrimage today. You get a chance to enjoy all that before you return to your ship, have lunch, have a scenic afternoon sailing along the Douro back towards Porto, and then you have a festive farewell dinner.
It just seems you don't have to worry about anything here.
You really don't, and I don't feel I've done that justice, but I've only got a little bit of time to talk about it. But there's so much packed in, Sean. Again, you don't have to do anything. You could just sit on the ship and not do any of it, but it is all included. You've already paid for it, so why not?
And Planet Cruise, by the way, they're even going to give you, as an extra, free airport parking as well. So, got a variety of dates. They've got some great dates even for Christmas there as well. There's free Wi-Fi throughout the ship as well, complimentary wine, beer and soft drinks with your meals on board. Flights available from 5 UK airports with no supplement whatsoever, and they include, by the way, Birmingham, Edinburgh, we've got Gatwick, Heathrow and Manchester there as well, and 2 nights, of course, in a first-class hotel in Lisbon as well. And Viking River Cruises, just some other things that you need to know, some of the many itinerary highlights there as well. I mean, again, Keith, just remind us, what some of your favourites there?
Well, look, that 5 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. I think the Apollodoruda Monastery is going to be stunning with the Fado concert there for you as well. And also, for me, it's all about the shows as well. Having lunch in Salamanca and seeing the flamenco. Brilliant.
And let me just very quickly share the pricing on this as well, because we have got savings of £1,000 off the brochure prices there. And the lead price there is actually for Riverview as well, so you will get a Riverview there, starting at just £1,089. Cannot emphasise enough, we've completely sold out of all the dates in 2015 for that one, so do give us a call as soon as you can. I really fancy that one myself. But we have one final offer for you this morning, and this has been put together especially for our 400th show, and it is with Celebrity 5-star modern luxury. Here's Keith to tell you a little bit more.
With exceptional levels of service and a crew-to-guest ratio of 1:2, and well-designed and easy-to-navigate ships, and a decor that's both sophisticated and contemporary, this is a cruise line who offer a very real sense of modern luxury. Celebrity Cruises have always pushed the boat out when it comes to dining, not just in the sheer choice, but also the quality of the food that they offer. Experience saver menus pairing classic and contemporary selections from casual al fresco dining through to the stunning main dining room. And of course, there's an appetising range of quirky, excellent specialty restaurants. Matching a bar to your mood is what Celebrity does best. And there's a great range of beverage and wine packages offering great value. You can top up with ham while enjoying a margarita by the pool, or use your Sea Pass card and help yourself to another great glass of vino in Cellar Masters. You can soak up the sounds of the big band in the Passport Bar, or try one of the 64 craft beers available on board. My favourite, though, has to be here at the Molecular Bar, where tasting the work of the liquid chef will engage all your senses. Life on board Celebrity Cruises is an opportunity for you to enjoy your holiday just as you want it. From relaxing by the pool with a good book to a whole host of exhilarating and unique experiences, the choice really is yours. Cooking competitions, mixology classes, dance and language classes, informative lectures, and behind-the-scenes access to the inner workings of a modern-day cruise ship. When the sun sets, Celebrity ships come alive with a dazzling selection of bars, lounges, nightclubs and casinos. You can relax with a cocktail, meet new friends, take to the dance floor or hit the casino tables. But keep an eye out for the interactive theme parties. You may even find dancers in exquisite costumes suddenly appear to entertain you. There's West End style theatre shows, dance, comedy, magic, music and an extraordinary front row seat waiting just for you. On a Celebrity cruise, luxury comes as standard. There are 6 different varieties to choose from and over 85% have a private balcony. The design is smart, fresh and contemporary, and all offer a great range of sumptuous amenities such as fluffy bathrobes, deluxe toiletries, Egyptian cotton bed linen and 24-hour complimentary room service. From comfortable inside staterooms to these gorgeous suites which feature floor-to-ceiling windows, panoramic balconies and your very own private butler. Trust me, once you've unpacked, you won't ever want to leave.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, incredible, eh? Incredible experience. You know, 5-star modern luxury, and then we've already talked about Singapore, so we won't talk about Singapore. However, you've got a day there to enjoy it, a couple of days there to enjoy it before you get on board the Millennium for 16 nights cruising. Relaxing days at sea to enjoy that beautiful ship, take in everything that you saw there on the little video we made before you go to Bali, this incredible place. And it's, of course, fascinated Western minds for over a century now. It's full of gorgeous temples, it's full of these steep, terraced rice paddies, fragrances and smells all over the island for you to experience. These incredible sweeping beaches with 5-star hotels. But for me, go through to the Ubud Monkey Forest, go and see some long-tailed macaques. There they are there, look. This is the temple dedicated to Hanuman, the monkey god. And it's quite incredible. You know, they're so cheeky, they're so funny. It just puts a smile on your face. You know, even if you're not an animal lover, go, because you'll become one. Okay, then we're going through to a few days at sea, again, to soak up the beautiful weather you'll be experiencing. And then we hit Darwin. This is the closest part of Australia to Indonesia. It's famous for the Kakadu National Park, which has the Jesus bird, because it walks on water. It's your a chance also to go through in the Kakadu National Park to see the, of course, wonderful various wildlife such as those kangaroos. You've also got here a chance to go through and see miles of pristine beaches. Of course, it's Australia because this is the Northern Territory. So again, you'll find a beach all on your own. Relaxing days at sea before we go through to Cairns. It's one of Australia's most exciting destinations because it's home to some of the world's greatest natural wonders. You've got 26 miles of the famed Marlin Coast on your front doorstep. You've also got the Daintree Rainforest, one of the planet's oldest surviving true tropical rainforests, where you can see parrots and butterflies and platypus and freshwater crocodiles. Yorkeys Knob is the port name, and then you get a chance from there also to go and explore the wonderful Great Barrier Reef. We'll say no more about that. Relaxing days at sea before we go to Brisbane, or Brisvegas as the locals tend to call it. Great place to go and enjoy it. 600 miles north of Sydney, it's a surfers paradise. Again, you've got the Golden Sunshine Coast on your front doorstep. You can head inland to Mount Tamboree and hike the fertile parklands full of macadamia nuts and avocado and kiwi fruit. You can go to Steve Irwin Zoo to see the crocodiles and kangaroos, or go down the river and see these guys, the Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary. This is where you get to hug a koala. And whereas I don't recommend hugging orangutan, I do recommend cuddling koalas. Better than any partner. Relaxing day at sea before...
So you were not going to have this new girlfriend for long, Keith?
Well, no. Mel gives great hugs. It's just that koalas is something different.
Okay.
They're a bit more hairy. Then you go through to Sydney, and this is amazing because you've got a chance to stay in the hotel here and have real fun because you've got the Sydney Harbour Bridge, or the coat hanger as the locals call it. You've got the whole city, which is kind of edged with bush wherever you go. There's a great culture. All the biggest and brightest and best of Australia head to Sydney. You've got the beaches. You know, you take the ferry over to Manly. You can explore Bonsai Beach, you can go to Bronte Beach, you can walk along to Coogee Beach, do the cliff walk there. Try some of the local cuisine, eat out, because the food in Sydney is second to none.
And you are in a 4-star hotel for 3 nights there, but there's still more, Keith.
There's more!
There's more.
Can you believe it? You're then getting back on a plane and you're flying over to Melbourne, and then you get another 3-night stay in another 4-star hotel, all included in this price, and this is where you get to experience the F1. You've got grandstand seats for the qualifying, and then for the next day on the race day as well.
The main race day as well.
The main race day, all included in the price you're seeing on the screen, and a chance, of course, when you're not watching these wonderful cars race around, and Lewis Hamilton hopefully winning again, a chance to explore this beautiful city full of character-filled neighbourhoods, and of course, it's very bohemian, Melbourne. It's very bohemian, very beautiful, and quite quirky, and a bit more relaxed and laid back than Sydney.
Well, this offer has been put together especially for our 400th show with Planet Cruise. Amazing price, and don't forget there is just one date on this one, the 10th of March 2016. When you actually break that down, Keith, and you look at all the hotel stays and the flights and the Australian Grand Prix, that's
it's incredible value,
offer, isn't it?
Exactly. When you look at flights, when you think about how much a flight to Australia would cost you, Sean, you're looking at a good, nearly half of that anyway.
Yeah. Well, don't forget you've got the tickets for the qualifying and the race day for the Australian Grand Prix. Return flights, again, we were just talking about the price of those. We can change those if London Heathrow isn't great for you. Then we can find flights on most UK airports, and you do get 2 nights in a 5-star hotel in Singapore and 3 nights in a 4-star hotel in Sydney and Melbourne. The ID number there is 102392. I know we've been quick with that, but do give us a call and our cruise consultants will talk you through in more detail. But time for a very, very quick recap. We started off with MSC. I know this one will be selling really fast this morning. $449 is that lead price. You get a free drinks package on this one as well. A free beer drinks package if you sell from July to September. And the flights with British Airways saving £250 off the brochure price this morning. We then had Costa Cruises on board the Costa Victoria next. Brilliant opportunity to see Singapore there, the Philippines, Hong Kong with all those extra stays. Return flights are included, of course, and you do get the 2-night stays in 4-star hotels in both Singapore and Hong Kong. Just a deposit needed right now to secure your place on that one. Now, my producer is thinking about booking the next one. She better be quick, because this is with Norwegian Cruise Lines on board the Norwegian Epic. My advice on this one, if you upgrade to a balcony at $699, so it's a little bit more, you will get a free all-inclusive drinks package. So really worth going for that. Any single ladies and gents, we've got single prices starting at just $749 as well this morning, but we know that one is going to go very, very quickly. You also get an extra 3-night stay in a 4-star hotel in Barcelona. Then Viking Cruises. I cannot emphasise enough the urgency to book this one as soon as you can. All the 2015 dates for this particular cruise have now sold out. We're into 2016. And we are saving you £1,000 off the original brochure price on this one as well. And everything's included. You have got your free Wi-Fi. You've got, of course, all of your wine, beer and soft drinks with your meals. All of those great, great tours and excursions. And flights from 5 UK airports with no supplements. But so do be quick on that one. And Planet Cruise is also going to give you free airport parking as well. So nothing to worry about. So then we finished with an exclusive offer that's been put together for this show, of course, on board the Celebrity Millennium. Brand new today. And you've got the Australian Grand Prix. You've got that amazing trip from Singapore, Bali, Sydney. And you do get the 3-night stays in 4-star hotels in Sydney and Melbourne as well. Oh, forgot to mention there's a really good upgrade on that for Ocean View at just £6 per person per night as well. What a way to finish the show. Keith, it's been a great morning, hasn't it?
It has been a fantastic morning. You know?
For anyone that's never booked with Planet Cruise, what advice would you give?
I would say basically, what are you waiting for? Try it. You know, a cruising holiday is the best holiday you will ever have. Yeah. And Planet Cruise take care of absolutely everything. As Judy was saying, you know, everything is taken care of. All your transfers, you know, they literally think of everything. And when you speak down the phone to them, they're so knowledgeable that they almost preempt your next question. It's quite incredible. And again, I've just booked with them for the first time, so I've gone through that.
We can find you any cruise, you know. We can make deals bespoke as well. Now, I want to say a massive thank you to our live studio audience. We're going to have some drinks and a buffet with them in a few minutes. So thank you so much, guys. Woo! They were very good, Keith.
They were fantastic. Yeah. I think I'm a bit worried about my job, actually.
I was thinking the same.
I think Alan in the middle's got an eye on sitting here.
He was good, wasn't he?
He was.
And also, thank you to all again for these fabulous flowers. The biggest thanks goes to you at home. Thank you for being with us this hour. Keep those calls coming in. What time's the call centre open until tonight?
Call centre tonight until 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. So you can call up to 10 o'clock and, of course, throughout the week. And you can get interactive as well on our website, or, of course, via Twitter. I know Keith's a big fan of Twitter, Facebook. You can subscribe to us on our YouTube channel or email us hello@planetcruise.co.uk. And that's a free phone number.
Yeah.
Keith.
We've had some lovely... Karen Robinson saying, wish I was in the studio, but packing for my celebrity cruise this weekend. That's via Twitter, bless her. And also Richard Cross saying, good luck with your 400 show today. #CruiseFriends. Isn't that lovely? John Cooper, good luck with show. From John as well. Lots of lovely messages there. And this one here from my mum saying, Keith, you look really gorgeous. So much better looking than Sean. Thanks, Mum.
Well, I tell you what, we are out of time. Thank you so much. Keith, we better cut the cake. How do we do this then?
Well, hand over hand. Like
Oh.
Swell it up.
You're definitely going to lose that girlfriend of yours, Keith, the way you're going. Here we go.